Imagine stepping out for a walk and simply vanishing. No goodbye, no trace, no explanation. It sounds like something out of a movie, but it happens. People disappear every day, and while most cases are eventually resolved, some remain shrouded in mystery, baffling investigators and haunting families for years, sometimes decades. What happens in these cases? Where do they go? And is there ever a truly unexplainable disappearance? Let's explore. We're not talking about people who choose to disappear, or runaways, or even most criminal cases. We're talking about truly unexplained disappearances, cases where people vanish without a trace, leaving behind baffled investigators, grieving families, and a lingering sense of unease. This video will examine some of the most famous and perplexing unexplained disappearance cases in history. We'll explore the known facts, the theories, and the enduring mysteries that continue to haunt us. Are there rational explanations? Or are some disappearances truly beyond explanation? Let's start with one of the most iconic and enduring mysteries in aviation history, the disappearance of Amelia Earhart. Earhart was a pioneering aviator, the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean. In 1937, she and her navigator, Fred Noonan, attempted to circumnavigate the globe in a Lockheed Electra 10E aircraft. They disappeared over the central Pacific Ocean, near Flannan Island, on July 2, 1937. Extensive searches were conducted, but no trace of Earhart, Noonan, or their plane was ever found. The official explanation is that they ran out of fuel and crashed into the ocean. However, this explanation has been challenged by numerous researchers and enthusiasts, and several alternative theories have emerged over the years. One theory is that Earhart and Noonan landed on a different island, perhaps Gardner Island, now Nikumaroro, and survived for a time as castaways. There is some circumstantial evidence to support this theory, including possible radio signals received after their disappearance, and artifacts found on Nikumaroro that might have belonged to Earhart. However, no definitive proof has ever been found. Another theory is that they were captured by the Japanese, who were expanding their empire in the Pacific at the time. This theory is largely based on speculation and has little supporting evidence. The mystery of Amelia Earhart's disappearance continues to fascinate and intrigue people around the world, and it remains one of the great unsolved mysteries of the 20th century. Let's go further back in time, to 1872, and examine the baffling case of the Mary Celeste. This American merchant brigantine was found adrift and deserted in the Atlantic Ocean, between the Azores and Portugal. The ship was in seaworthy condition, with its cargo intact and plenty of provisions on board. The crew's personal belongings were still there, and there was even a meal set out on the table. But the captain, his family, and the crew were gone. There was no sign of a struggle, no indication of piracy, and no obvious explanation for why the ship had been abandoned. Numerous theories have been proposed to explain the mystery of the Mary Celeste. Some suggest that the crew was attacked by pirates, or that they mutinied and killed the captain. Others speculate that they were driven off the ship by a sudden storm, a rogue wave, or an outbreak of disease. More outlandish theories involve sea monsters, alien abduction, or even a paranormal event. One of the more plausible explanations is that the crew abandoned ship due to a perceived danger, perhaps believing that the ship was about to sink. The Mary Celeste was carrying a cargo of industrial alcohol, which could have leaked and created fumes that might have led the captain to fear an explosion. However, this doesn't explain why the crew didn't take the ship's lifeboat, which was also missing. The mystery of the Mary Celeste remains unsolved, and it continues to be a source of fascination and speculation. Now, let's turn to a chilling mystery from the British Isles, the disappearance of the Flannan Isles Lighthouse Keepers. In December 1900, a passing ship reported that the light on the Flannan Isles, a remote group of islands off the west coast of Scotland, was not operational. When a relief crew arrived at the lighthouse, they found it completely deserted. The three keepers, Thomas Marshall, James Duckett, and Donald MacArthur, had vanished without a trace. The lighthouse was in good order, with the lamps still oiled and ready to be lit. The clocks had stopped, and there was a meal left uneaten on the table. One of the keeper's oilskins was missing, suggesting that he had gone outside, but the other two were still there. The only sign of anything unusual was an overturned chair and some damage to a railing on the west landing, possibly caused by a storm. Several theories have been proposed to explain the keeper's disappearance. Some suggest that they were swept away by a rogue wave, or that one of them went mad and killed the others before jumping into the sea. Others speculate about paranormal explanations, such as a sea monster or a curse. However, no definitive explanation has ever been found, and the mystery of the Flannan Isles Lighthouse Keepers remains one of the most enduring and eerie in British maritime history. Let's move to a more modern, and uniquely American mystery, the case of D.B. Cooper. In 1971, a man identifying himself as Dan Cooper, later misidentified in the press as D.B. Cooper, hijacked a Northwest Orient Airlines Boeing 727, extorted $200,000 in ransom money, and then parachuted from the plane over the Pacific Northwest, never to be seen again. Cooper's hijacking was meticulously planned and executed. He appeared calm and polite, and he made his demands known to the flight attendants, who then relayed them to the cockpit. He demanded 4 parachutes and the ransom money, which was delivered to him at Seattle-Tacoma International Airport. He allowed the passengers to deplane, refueled the aircraft, and then ordered the crew to fly him towards Mexico City, at a low altitude and with the rear stairs deployed. Somewhere over southwestern Washington state, Cooper lowered the rear stairs of the 727 and jumped out, carrying the ransom money. Despite an extensive FBI investigation and numerous searches of the area where he was believed to have landed, no trace of Cooper, the parachutes, or the majority of the ransom money has ever been found. In 1980, a small portion of the ransom money, $5,800, was discovered on the banks of the Columbia River, but this only deepened the mystery. Was Cooper a skilled parachutist, a military veteran, or just a desperate man who took an incredible risk? Did he survive the jump? Did he die in the wilderness? Or did he somehow manage to escape and disappear with the money? The case remains the only unsolved air piracy in commercial aviation history. Many people go missing every year, and most of them have a reasonable explanation, but some of them simply vanish without a trace. Those are the cases that fit in the missing 411. The term was created by David Paulides, and refers to unexplained disappearances that happen mostly in national parks, in the United States and Canada. Many of those cases have similar details, like, the person is with someone and suddenly disappear, dogs can't find the scent of the missing person, and bad weather is reported after the person is gone. David has written many books on the subject, but the cases remain a mystery. These cases, and countless others, force us to confront the limits of our knowledge and the enduring power of mystery. While rational explanations exist for many disappearances, accidents, foul play, suicide, voluntary departures, there are always those cases that defy easy answers, that leave us with a lingering sense of unease and a question that hangs in the air: what really happened? Are these unexplained disappearances evidence of something more? Something beyond our current understanding of the world? Are there forces at play that we can't comprehend, paranormal phenomena, interdimensional portals, or even extraterrestrial intervention? Or are they simply tragic examples of human fallibility, the unpredictable nature of the world, and the limitations of our ability to find and recover those who are lost? What do you think? Which of these cases do you find the most compelling, the most unsettling, the most inexplicable? Do you believe there are truly unexplained disappearances? Or can all of them be accounted for by rational explanations, even if we don't have all the answers yet? Share your thoughts, your theories, and your own experiences in the comments below. Let's have a respectful and thought-provoking discussion about these enduring mysteries. And if you enjoyed this exploration of the unexplained, please subscribe to the channel. We've got plenty more enigmas to investigate. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single video. Give this one a thumbs up to show your support, and share it with your friends who are fascinated by mysteries and the unknown. Until next time, stay curious, keep questioning, and remember, the world is full of unanswered questions, and sometimes, the not knowing is what makes it so fascinating.